Good morning, everyone. Today I'm making a bento for my daughter and my wife. Today's main dish is deep fried shrimp. We call it Ebi Furai. First, I'm gonna cook rice for 1 cup, which is enough for two. And I'm going to boil an egg to make a tartar sauce for the fried shrimp. I'm going to chop the onions and I'm gonna add them into water after I chopped to make it less spicy. If I'm making it for adult, I think I can skip this process, but since I'm making it for my daughter also, so I'm gonna put them in the water. Water is boiled. I'm gonna steam the egg for 10 minutes or so. This is pickle. We call it pickles. I'm gonna cut them into small pieces. While waiting for the egg to be cooked, I'm going to prepare the carrots and Daikon radish with the tuna. This is a little side dish. So this is carrots. We call it ninjin. I'm gonna cut them into sticks. And I'm gonna do the same thing for Japanese white radish. This is daikon. Daikon is one of the popular vegetables in Japan, and they are used in many Japanese home cooking. Also, many kids they like this daikon as well. This is tuna. I'm gonna use it later. This is cabbage. We call it Kyabetsu. I'm going to just simply slice the cabbage. And when you go to like a Japanese restaurant and order like a deep fried dish, there is always a sliced cabbage as a side dish. The reason for that is cabbage has a lots of vitamin U, which helps to digest. So because a deep fried dish is a little bit fatty, they put cabbage as a side dish. I'm gonna wash the cabbage and put them into water. And egg is done. And I put it in the water and add some ice. Crack the egg a little bit and leave it in iced water to make it easy to peel. This is the light sesame oil, goma abura. Add the sliced carrots and daikon. Add tuna. This is the rice wine, sake, and sweet rice wine, which is honmirim. Cook for a few minutes and add light color soy sauce, usukuchi shoyu. And steam a little bit until they are soft. So the egg is ready. You see it's easy to peel. And smash the egg a little bit and add the pickles. Drain the chopped onion. Add some salt, which is shio, and the black pepper. We call it kuro koshou. And finally, I added mayonnaise. We call it mayonnaise. And they are done. This is done as well. Check the taste and softness of vegetables. And they are done as well. I'm going to use rice oil, which is kome abura, for deep frying. Yesterday, I got this beautiful shrimp from fisherman in Saikazaki, which is in Wakayama. Saikazaki is about 1 hour and a half by train from Osaka. As you see, this village is very beautiful place. This fisherman got this shrimp the day before yesterday, and it took only 1 day to come to my door, so they are very fresh. I'm going to peel the shrimp. So I usually just cut off the head like straight, but today I'm gonna do like this. And here is how. First, I'm going to take out the shell only from the head. And take out the rest of shell from shrimp. But I will leave the shell of the tail. And for the head, I'm going to just take out the legs and arms and the pointed end of head. And this is done. You see, if I chop off the head straight, I lose this much meat. I can do this only if the shrimps are very fresh. If you use like a frozen shrimp, I think this part is very soft, so you cannot leave it like this. Also, if you do it this way, you can get tomalley. We call it miso, which is very nice. And when you deep fry tomalley, it becomes very hard. So those of you who do not like tomalley, maybe you have tasted before by steaming it or boiling it. Then you should try this deep fried tomalley. This is very different, and I think you like it. Okay. So I'm going to peel the rest of shrimp. They are done. Now I'm gonna cut back of shrimp a little bit and take out this little vein. And sometimes this vein has a sand inside, so it's better to take them out. Now I'm going to cut the tail of shrimp like this. The reason of cutting the tail like this is because this tail has water inside. So if you don't cut it, when you deep fry it, it will sometimes explode and you will burn yourself. So instead of cutting the tail like this, I could take out the whole shell of tail. But if you leave the shell of tail like this and deep fry it, the shell becomes very red and it becomes colorful. So we leave the shell of tail. Okay, now I'm going to make butter for deep frying. Add egg, add some water, mix well, and add flour, which is komugiko, and mix well. Put some flour again for coating the shrimp, and breadcrumb. We call it panko. First, put the shrimp into flour and shake it off any excess flour. And dip into egg mixture and put it into breadcrumb, panko. Just repeat the process. Now I'm going to deep fry into rice oil and you deep fry them for a few minutes. And sometimes if you take off the shrimp out of oil for a few seconds and put them back again, and doing so will make them crispy. So you should try it. And these are done. I'm gonna deep fry the rest. Looks good. Rice is ready. Nice and fluffy. Okay, this is a rice container for my daughter. And this is a bento box for my wife. And the rice is still hot, so I'm gonna cool it down a little bit. I'm gonna cover them with furikake and set them aside. Today I'm going to use tonkatsu sauce. Tonkatsu sauce is the fruits and vegetable sauce that we use often for such as like okonomiyaki, which is Japanese pancake, or Japanese stir-fry noodles. We call it yakisoba. I show you how the tomalley became. Look at this. It's very hard. It's completely cooked. Looks good. So I'm gonna just cut the shrimps into half so that they will fit into bento box. And usually I put rice in bento box, but today I'm putting the rice into separate container because my daughter, she asked me to put as much shrimp as possible because she loved them so much. I hope she will eat them all. So at last, I'm gonna add this tartar sauce for shrimp, and they're done. And for my wife, put rice and shrimp in the same bento box. Okay, this is done. Looks good. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it. And I'm sure you have the same kind of dish, like fried shrimp in your country. But if you can get access to like fresh or frozen large shrimp, uh, please give a try to make this Japanese version of it. And I use tonkatsu sauce, but some people prefer like soy sauce. Some people prefer the mayonnaise and the ketchup mixed together. Or some people just eat with the tartar sauce as well. So please give a try and let me know how you did. And if you have any question, please let me know. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye bye.